So in today's video, we're taking some items that are a little bit odd in sorts, and we are giving them a makeover. Like starting off with this man rock. I don't know if he was silver blue, blue silver, or if he was cement and then somebody looking and then somebody painted him. But I'm like, oh my gosh, we are getting towards fall here and I need to get him made over so somebody will love him again. Actually, maybe even me. So I think this is as clean as it's going to get. This is going to get, y'all. So it's just a resin. It's hollow inside. And so I'm going to do like a rusty, crusty version of it. Really bring out the features. Paint over that shiny blue that's on there. And we are going to achieve that. I haven't used this in a while. We're going to be using Dixie Belle's patina, and I'm going to start off with the iron paint. And we got a lot of surface area to get on here, so I'm not going to worry about the bottom right, as I am going to worry about the whole item itself. So I just use a well-loved big old brush, and then I like to do a tapping technique because I feel like that, well, I guess he... I'm spraying all over the place. Because to me, if you're going to do a texture of rust, the paint is textured. So brushing it on would just give you brush strokes. This is a great use. I said he's been sitting in my stash longer than he should have. He should have been done earlier this summer. But sometimes, for whatever reason, things get pushed back and they just have to wait their turn to get done. Now I have him lift him up on a couple of hockey pucks just to keep it off because it's all going to end up dripping. I just did one coat. It's still wet. So now I'm going to go in with the Dixie Belle patina and I'm going to add the green, which gives you that rust color. And then I like to mix the colors, so I'm going to do a little bit of the blue. I'm just kind of keeping that at top like the, like it would have rained down. I'm going to add a little bit more of the green. Get that blue to spread around a little bit. And I like to add the yellow just a little. And then you just have to be patient and let it do its magic. How amazing. It's such a fun process, and I have good luck mixing everything together and just leaving it alone and letting it do what it's going to do. So now I'm just going to seal it in with some weather defense, a couple coats. It's a little lamp. So, trending, or it's always been trendy to put a lamp in that corner or on your countertop. So I was super excited when I ran across this one, though. It's just a big lot. I think we can make it better. $5.99. It was probably a big lot a while ago. Okay, so we won't be needing this. I think this should pull right off. We're not using this part. Got to get the Goodwill. Yep, I purchased it at Goodwill. Get the tags off here. Oh, so many tags. Don't want to paint the cord, so I'm going to leave it all wrapped up and then I'm going to tape it off. Started. go. Put it in a bag, tape the bag off. But I don't want to spray paint inside the mechanism, so we're going to go ahead and just tape that off. Luckily, there's enough surface area for it to stick to. I've washed this already, but I want to take some rubbing alcohol. I want to make sure that there's not any like oil or anything on here that's going to prevent it from sticking. I think it's like a resin, I'm thinking. Chalk? I don't know what it is, but I don't think I'm sure it's just resin. Hey, tape, why are you off there? Hey, get back on. That'll just, you know, like any other little bits there. So I'm testing out, like, do I do green apple or do I do the laurel green, which is always my go-to. I think I'm going to go a little bit brighter this time and do the green apple. Okay. Okay, I'm looking at it and I don't love it. I don't think green apple does anything. So that paint is dry. So I am going with my laurel green. You know, you should just always go with your true and trusted. Okay. This always, I don't know why it is that laurel paint takes forever to dry, but I wait a couple hours. You can still see it's still pretty shiny, but I just seal it in with a couple coats of weather defense and it seems to work out. And I'm like, what is I think it is wood. I do think like maybe a veneer laid over it, so I think it is paintable, and I think we can make it super cute just giving it a new color. I'm very intrigued by this little box. So I mean, everything says it's wood. It's just a very unique color. So I'm just going to sand just a little bit because I'm my curiosity. So it's just like a veneer board, it looks like, over the wood. Just a really different staining color with the red and the dark. Really, at first, I thought it was going to be some type of a marble. When I got it, I was like, she said it was wood. It's wood. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get this wiped down and get the sanding dust off of it. So we're going to get this primed, seal that wood in, especially that red that's going on there, with some shellac. I'm going to be mixing up some milk paint by Sweet Pickins. We're going to be doing basil and in a pickle. I thought that would be a fun color to kind of go with what is in the inside. So we're going to do half a scoop of in a pickle. I'm just guesstimating here. Half a scoop of basil. And then we're going to do a dry. So I'm just going to do half the water. And see what we come up with. Basil is very dark, and then the in a pickle will brighten it right up. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, I've got a whole bunch of little drawer faces to do. Okay, well, 6. See, that's a pretty color. And that shellac really helps it bond to that wood. Get in all those little crevices of the details here. Okay, I did tape off most of the bottom, but I do want to paint the feet. Why did I leave off the bottom? I don't know. I like kind of leaving some of the wood feature. One, it saves time on painting on something not a lot of people are going to see the bottom of. And two, it gives you that accent of what the color was that matches the inside of the drawers. Look at the goodness. Oh, yay. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and sand it, get the chunkiness off, make it nice and smooth. Okay, I'm going to start off with the back and see what it does. It does kind of run when it's thick, but I don't know. I think that adds character personally. Okay, now I'm going to do some Fusion's Aging Wax. Bring that paint back to life, give it a little bit more character. I love this green. Oh, goodness. Wax on, wax off. And all the imperfections of how the paint went on. It tells a story, it adds character to the piece. So this bowl has not been selling as it is white, so I'm going to go ahead and sand some of it off, get whatever top coat may be on there, and repaint it, because it's really hard to get it all the way down to natural wood, and I don't necessarily think that may be a fun color. I'm not going to spend hours trying to sand all this white off to paint it, but I'm sure it's probably a chalk paint, so once I started to sand it, you know, it'd be very powdery. So I'm just going to go ahead and seal it in with a couple coats of shellac. So for that wooden bowl, we're doing basil, pantry door, and in a pickle. Kind of my go-tos. So, but it's going to be more of the pantry door. So I'm going to do 2 scoops. My bag's almost empty. Let me see how much is in there. Oh, that's way more than I wanted. Oh, it looked emptier than it was. You know what? Actually, I have to do both sides of that. That's not going to hurt a thing. Let's just empty this container out. There you go. Got some. So then I'm going to do 1 scoop of basil, because I am looking for a lighter color, but I like the hues that the pantry door and in a pickle give. So sometimes you can kind of see what the color would be by mixing it up first. I think I want a little bit more in a pickle. Yeah, that's what I want. And now I'm just going to start adding some water. I'm not even sure how much I put in here to begin with, so it's okay. I want a dry mixture because I'm hoping for some chippiness and some cracking off on that to show that white underneath. Yeah, see, look at that pretty color. It's amazing what you can get. Not that the colors on their own aren't pretty, but I have fun. I just have fun mixing them to making my own creations. So you have to watch my channel and go video a whole bunch of times back and forth and stop and figure out how I mixed up the color. Hey, I'm getting views that way, y'all. That's all I have to say. Oh, I want it to be thick, but that I wasn't able to stir it. That's a little too thick. Yes, please save, share any of my videos with your friends. Tell them to watch them multiple times. Thank you. Okay. Oh, that's a fun color. And I'm putting it on heavy. And unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to make up another batch. Only because when you make it thicker, I find that it gels. While I'm waiting for this thick stuff to dry and crackle. I have to rewatch my video just to do that, right? Okay, so I don't know. I might be a tad bit lighter, but I think it'll be fine. Right? It'll be fine. And I'm a little bit runny, more runny. You know. The other, see? It's all gelled now. So 2 coats on this side, 1 coat on that side, and we're going to start sanding and see what happens. Oh, how fun is that? So when I was sanding it, I'm just trying to sand the area smooth. Wanted some of it to distress. So now I'm going to go in with the aging wax and we're going to bring this to life. The color is amazing. Talk about getting to have a one of a kind piece. This would be it. See how the wax just sticks into all the the cracking and the details of the original piece. Just sharpens it right up. And if it was a hair off from what the bottom was, it's okay. Not like you're seeing both of those areas at the same time anyway. So is this a bowl? Was it a step? It's a box. I love, look at the rounded of it. Now the blue is very cool, but I can see this being a salvage piece riser by flipping it over, painting the bottom of it and the sides, maybe some chippy white. I can show you how I would make it chippy white anyway. Okay, so look at how neat that is. So this was like a rounded piece of wood, and then the inside they put the other rounded. I tried my best trying to clean those corners because there's some sharp nails in there, but we're making it look like a salvage piece, exactly what we want to do. So I'm going to take some of Sweet Pickins beeswax. Look at how pretty it is when it first comes. And we are going to really put a lot of wax on this because we want to make it look like the paint has wore off with time, chipped off. And since this is raw wood, if I don't fill it in with something, the paint will just soak in. I'm going to be using the limestone and chalk paint by Fusion, and I'm going to put on heavy coats. It's going to take a while for it to dry, but I like how that reacts with, I told you heavy coats, how it reacts with the wax. So we want to make this look old and chippy. We're not looking for a pristine paint job. We can be patient and let paint dry. and it doesn't have to be completely covered. I did put 2 coats on here, so now let's see what comes off. Hopefully quite a bit, I'm hoping. I will say when you're sanding and you're getting the wax, your sandpaper is going to be a one-time use because that's all that wax in there. Well, I thought it would get a little bit more, but you just have to take whatever the paint wants to do. So we're just dusting it off. I need to seal the chalk paint by Fusion in, so I want to make sure that I'm dusted. I think I'm just going to use some Fusion's clear wax. Oh, and my brush might have a little brown in it. That's okay. Just more dirt and character. Now the white oak, as you see, is not white. It's got like a cream. Like if I mix the ironstone and flour sack together in the milk paint, this is the color I would be going for. Just a nice little antique white color. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I always love making over items, giving them new life, giving items that were discarded, no longer wanted, unsellable for whatever reason, and giving them new life and sharing the process with you here on the channel of my vision anyway of what I do to these items. So thanks again for watching. We will see you next time, and you can see what I'm up to. Bye.